I'm Richard Moore. I'm chair of the One Equine Trust, small charity organisation here in Northern Ireland trying to promote the whole field of equine assisted services for human well-being. And the event today is a joint event between One Equine and CAFRE, the college here in Enniskillen Equine College. They've been exceptionally engaged in this arena for the last 5 or 6 years, and we were focusing today on the importance of the movement of the horse and the great outcomes for both the horse welfare and the impacts on human well-being. Well, today was based around three themes really. We had 2 occupational therapists, lecturers in the Ulster University where there's a postgraduate diploma course, now for allied health professionals, speaking about their work and the courses in the future for education in this field here. We had speakers talking about Rupert Isaacson here in particular and Terry Brosnan, speaking about their experience particularly around neurodiversity and working with Rupert's obviously an autism expert now, and given he's an autism parent in this field and quite a celebrity in this field. And we had a speaker later on speaking on equine physiotherapy who's also a human physiotherapist and works with the Olympic team and the Olympic para team. So people that can speak with some authority and credentials around the movement of the animal and how that translates into opportunities in the right hands with the right therapist, the right training, into great outcomes for human well-being.
So we're working with probably about 100 to 120 children a week in the city centre in Dublin. We're using horseboy method primarily and working with OTs and physios to achieve the best outcome for the children that we see. However, our waiting list is incredibly long. And at no point can we ever get to a stage where we've seen our waiting list and can offer a more elongated service to those who really need it, because the demand is so high.
Okay, my name's Rupert Isaacson. I run something called the Horseboy Foundation. We have a way of working with the brain and the nervous system. It started with autism, but it's now many, many conditions. And that's called Horseboy method. Then we have a non-horse way of doing the same thing, and that's called movement method. And we do that in schools, we do that in therapy offices, we do that for homeschool programs. And then we have something called Athena, which is the way we train horses on the ground in hand training and lunging and long reining. And we teach people how to do this to maintain therapy horses, and that becomes its own therapy. And we do that with people with trauma.
So today I'm here in the capacity of a veterinary physio and looking at the physical needs of the equine for the role of an equine assisted therapy horse or pony. Equine assisted therapy is not a role that I have a lot of input in, but it's the basic needs and the demands of the horse and what they encounter, and try to make them fit for the job is really where I'm trying to deliver that message that they need to be, their physical needs need to be addressed, and their strength and control for the job and their balance as well all needs to be addressed through exercise.
Yes, my name's Claire McMonigal and I'm from Ulster University. And today we really, I suppose, wanted to highlight the benefits of equine facilitated therapy within occupational therapy practice. And we did that through a range of case studies. We have shown case studies in relation to children with a diagnosis of autism, children who have a diagnosis of cerebral palsy, and then young people and adults as well.
The goal for One Equine, so we started 3 years ago in the hope that we would get engagement. You don't do anything in the field of human well-being without being engaged in with health and education systems in Northern Ireland, but obviously between COVID and the lack of a government here, we haven't had any really significant engagement. So we have a practitioner community who would be struggling to keep sustainable income coming in from those services. very different from the situation in the Republic of Ireland. And we've several speakers today and participants here today from the Republic who share very generously of their knowledge and their experience of building sustainable practice. Our goal would be to acquire funding in early 24, sufficient to run 10 programmes across Northern Ireland, across community, across different client cohorts and different modalities of practice. That'll be at liberty work with psychotherapists and ridden work. And the intention being there basically to create sufficient activity in Northern Ireland that commissioners and those that would support this work can come out and see what's happening. They can kick the tires basically. They can speak to participants. And at the end of that we would have Queen's University, one of the organisations within Queen's, capture the outcomes and present for the first time actually a properly evaluated report on the societal benefits and the value to society of this work, so that it can be properly compared with other services which are consuming public funds. It's not that we would say that, wouldn't we, but we believe that money invested in this arena has a lot more preventative ability to impact, especially in young people not regulating very well, and keep them in education, keep them out of the justice system, for instance. So we think there's a lot of value that hasn't been properly captured or described yet.